Yeah, sorry about that. Had to change the batteries. All right, so we got the 750 milliliter TOAKS, pot and their mug. Uh, don't know the size of this. And we got the Fancee Feest stove with the simmer ring. So we'll need the ring to keep the cooking slow and steady. Um, and also inside the pot, and I guess there it is. I do canning, so this is a mason jar ring to a smallmouth jar. So I'll use that as the base to raise the cup up. And we'll see how this is. So we got to give this a good mixing. Okay, so ahead of time, I'll have some wax paper that I'll line the bottom of the pot, and I'll oil the bottom and sides to keep the muffin from sticking. Now this is the first time I'm using this mix and this setup to do dry baking, so I don't know, how much to. Well, I'll take a guess. I'll fill this up halfway, and maybe it'll, the muffin will cook up, and doesn't overflow or anything. All right, so that's mixed up pretty good there. All right. We'll do the oil here. This is just straight up Wesson cooking oil. Don't actually need much. I probably have overdone it. We're not deep frying the muffin. We're just need enough of a coating so it doesn't stick. Alright. Get that. And drain whatever will spill out. I'm gonna just dump it. Alright, I just need a little bit of wax paper, not much. Take a guesstimate how much I'll need here. Okay, let's get this poured in there. Alright, I got a little bit extra. Yeah, so we're filled up a little over halfway, so that's about it. I guess I can keep the rest of it aside. If it works out and cook up the rest of it, then we'll go for it. Let's get the windscreen up. It's a little windy today. Let's get the stove cooking up. There we go. Alright, just need the the wicking to catch up, and it does. We're good there. I get these handles opened up here. Alright, the Instructions call for cooking this at 450 for 21 minutes, up to 21 minutes, but I'm gonna wish, from what I've seen on other YouTubers, it takes up to a half hour, so we're gonna time this out. Okay, Google, set alarm for 30 minutes.
Okay, 11:29 a.m.
Yeah,
Setting your alarm.
so that's real bushcraft there. Roughing it. Alright, so we'll get this around here. Get the lid on there. And we'll come out and, periodically just make sure we're still, we got fuel in there. I filled it up with 2 ounces. So I'm hoping that that'll actually keep burning, a steady burn for the 30 minutes, but we'll see. Alright, so we'll come back. Alright, it's been about 10 minutes. Just a real quick recap what's going on here. I realized that my audio wasn't on at the time I was recording the first part of the video. Well, anyway, so what I'm doing here is just a quick experiment. I have a weekend backpacking trip coming up, so I wanted to take a look at doing some dry baking, out in the field. So I was going to bring some muffins or whatever the case is. So my typical cook kit is either the Vargo Triad or the Fancee Feest here. So this is the Fancee Feest stove with the simmer ring. So I'll post the link to it, but there's a million videos out there with about the stove. It's fantastic. It weighs next to nothing, and it's pretty cool how it's set up. Some real imaginative people out there, very creative. Well, anyway, so the stove is like an ounce, but the reason I'm going to be bringing this on the trip is because for the longer cook times. The Vargo Triad won't last. It'll take I guess about an ounce and a half, and I'm figuring I'm probably going to need, if this works out, if I end up with a cook time of more than 30 minutes to be able to do some dry baking of a muffin or cornbread or whatever the case is. I don't want to have to keep refilling it because that'll drop the temperature. This is a TOAKS 750 milliliter pot. They're a bush pot, and it's fantastic. But it's not. There's zero insulation, and I don't have a cozy. I haven't made one yet for it. And inside there, the actual pan that I'm using is the mug that I typically will bring for coffee, hot chocolate, whatever the case is, and I'll have a set of hot lips, for to drink on the edge. Well, I'm cooking up whatever else I'm going to be eating that for breakfast or whatever. So then just the windscreen. I think this is an MSR. I like this. Just it adds to the weight, but it's aluminum, and it's I guess this is probably like 5 inches tall. So I like it that it folds rather than having something. There's the titanium ones that are loose and they can roll up, and I don't want to end up with cuts or anything like that, or end up flexing it out and bending it or whatever. But I'm sure people have good experiences with it. But I'm happy with this guy. And we got steam coming up. I don't know how much that's the muffin cooking or the oil burning off that I had coated the mug. But we got a good 15 minutes before we take a peek, see how it's going. And yep. All right. See you on the other side. Okay, it's been 30 minutes. All right, and one refill. So it actually took about 2.5 ounces for me to do this. We'll take a look here. That looks good. Looks good. And it came out clean. Looks like we got it. 30 minutes, 2.5 ounces, 750 milliliter TOAKS Titanium pot with a TOAKS mug and Fancee Feest stove with a simmer ring. Thanks a lot.